The veteran Harn aimed at 3 thugs to avenge his granddaughter. He pulled the trigger as the man opened the bottle. Then he locked the sniper rifle in the storage cabinet, picked up the shell casing, put on his jacket, and walked downstairs as if nothing had happened. Soon an ambulance arrived, and the wounded man was carried into the vehicle. The sheriff arrived at the scene and found a bullet hole in the sofa. The police looked at the building across the street and guessed what had happened. The next day, the bad guys came back to the apartment building. The veteran returned to his room, picked up the sniper rifle, and aimed at another accomplice. This accomplice had just bought a new car and was sitting inside listening to music. The veteran aimed at the gauge tank and successfully detonated the car. The accomplice suffered burns to his lower body, and his new car was completely destroyed. People gathered to mock him, saying he got what he deserved. The 2 consecutive incidents aroused the police chief's suspicion about the veteran. He immediately warned his son not to go outside or near the windows. The final accomplice moved a potted plant to block the window view, then drew all the curtains and sat frozen on the sofa. The police chief led a squad to search the veteran's home, but found nothing suspicious. Just as he was at a loss, a knock sounded at the door. It was the veteran's wife coming to retrieve her keys. The chief followed her to her home. Spotting the apartment building across the street through a window, he immediately searched that unit. When he opened a storage cabinet, the veteran broke out in a cold sweat. But it was empty. The veteran was equally puzzled. The police chief asked the veteran if he had harmed his son. Hearing the veteran's words, the chief panicked and rushed home to find the door locked from the inside. Yet there was no sound from inside. He drew his gun, aiming at the doorknob, but a gunshot rang out from within. The sheriff was wounded. It turned out his son, panicked, had fired wildly. All 3 criminals paid the price, and the veteran's granddaughter's smile returned. But the veteran still didn't know where his gun had gone.